All right, delighted to say we are joined now by Irish MMA fighter Kiefer Crosbie. Kiefer, you're very welcome to the show. How are you getting on?
I'm getting on great, mate. Thanks for having me.
So your next Bellator fight, it's up against Charlie Leary in Milan on Saturday, October 3rd. It's going to be almost 8 months since you were last in the cage for Bellator. I'd say you're absolutely excited to get back in there.
Ah, stop, man. I didn't think I'd see another fight this year with all this COVID happening, but yeah, I'm delighted I get to actually step back in and fight again this year. So I'm just so grateful that I'm in a position that I get to go out there, do what I do best, to make some money and fight again. Yeah, so thank God, and big thanks to Bellator for setting it all up and making it happen. Yeah.
I was at your event in February in the 3 Arena.
Kiefer was unbelievable.
18 fights on the card tonight, and I roof off the place more than anybody. Yeah, it speaks for itself. The biggest draw here, so I love my people. Yeah, I love my people. I carry these flags on purpose. Dublin, Ireland. I'm just a man of the people.
Crosbie is a Dublin lad, born and raised. Absolutely fucking warrior of a chap. Goes in there, puts on a show, takes it no bother. He's just a warrior, a fire. Absolute deadly warrior.
It felt that night, Kiefer, like you were the main event. The crowd was going absolutely crazy for you. And I guess to contrast that to what you expect to have in Milan must be particularly interesting from your perspective, because you always seem to really feed off the energy of a packed crowd in Dublin.
Yeah, well, Dublin's Dublin. Do you know what I mean? Dublin's a unique place to fight. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm fighting, because I'm obviously from Dublin. You know what I mean? And it's a different buzz altogether. But this is going to be the complete opposite. It's going to be silence. It's going to be just two men in a cage fighting. And to be honest, there's something I really like about that as well. You know, this sport is it's not just always spectacle. Do you know what I mean? It's not always the crowd. It's not always glitz and glam as what people think it is. I get in there and I fight with my heart and I fight with me techniques. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fighter. So I'm actually looking forward to getting in there and just no crowd, no selling tickets, no anything. Just get in there and fight like a dog, and that's what I'm looking forward to in this one. And I can, be able to hear him breathing and hear the shots connecting, and actually for once to hear me corner speaking, because normally in Dublin I can't hear nothing. You know what I mean? It's like fighting in a rock concert or something. It's too loud. So I'll actually be able to hear John speaking to me for once. So it might be something bit different. Yeah.
That's a huge advantage, I'd imagine, if you've got someone as good as John Kavanagh in your corner. That ability to be able to hear everything he's saying, that surely can't be a disadvantage anyway going into this fight.
Yeah, well, obviously having John in the corner, do you know what I mean? It's especially if we're in positions that, like in a clinch position or a ground position. John's a genius at all these kind of scenarios, and he always just seems to say the right thing. You know what I mean? He's a man of few words, but in those few words, what he says makes sense in the moment. And he's a genius martial artist. So it's always great to have him in the corner calling the shots. You know what I mean? So.
Like, it is at the same time going to be a great moment when supporters do get back into these big fight nights. And like, I guess it's such a good point that you make there about not having to sell any tickets. But the positive spin on it is that you don't probably need to find that extra ounce of energy. Could you try and describe that to us when you are the hometown fighter, when you are in a big Bellator card in Dublin? How big is that energy boost that you feel coursing through your veins when you go out there?
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, so many people ask me to describe it, and I genuinely think it's undescribable. I can't. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like trying to explain what a skydive feels like. Do you know what I mean? You can't explain it. You just got to experience it. And obviously, people can't experience what it's like to be me walking out in front of all my people. But it is an indescribable feeling. I don't know what it feels like. It doesn't feel like real life when I'm in there. And after it, looking back, it's almost like that was me that did that. You know what I mean? But it's very humbling, and I'm a man that, like, I understand I'm not going to be doing this forever. So I know I'm going to get to an age where I'm like 60, 70, and I'm going to look back, and these are the moments in my life that define me, and I take that into consideration before I jump in there. Do you know what I mean? So I try soaking as much as I can, embrace it, and really take it all in as much as I can, and really appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? Because it won't last forever. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I mean? I'm very, very grateful that I have so much support, especially in my own hometown, and I just feel like a king when I'm walking out. You know what I mean? It's like I just feel like a gladiator going to war for my people, and they're all there with me. And it's like there's no beating an Irish man when you're fighting in Ireland. You know what I mean? It's just it's very hard to do that, and I just love it. You know what I mean? It's something else. I mean, you've been to the events, yeah. Even being in the crowd, it's like hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just one of the best feelings in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's interesting you said it. Like even I did a piece speaking to fans after the last Bellator event in Dublin and kind of asking them what was their highlight of the night. And your name came up more than any other fighter. Like not just getting the win and being a hometown fighter. There's something else that fans seem to enjoy when they watch you or connect with you or something. Have you ever been able to put a finger on that?
I just think it's these model good looks, to be honest. You know what I mean? The ladies love it, and the men, they also love it in a different way. I don't know, to be honest. I just think it's that I'm bollocks. I don't know. I'm going to say it until the day I die. There's nothing special about me. I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? I literally don't come from a big privileged background. I don't come from money. I don't come from anything but hard work and self-belief. You know what I mean? I come from failure as far as I'm concerned. I was born to fail, and I was raised to fail, and now I'm created to win, and I've done that in my own mind. And I'm from the inner city of Dublin. Where I come from, people like me aren't supposed to make it big, and that's motivation enough for me to make it big. And I just ride that out in my own mind every day. Do you know what I mean? I wake up happy and grateful, and my road could have gone a completely different route, like a lot of my friends in the past have, and a lot of people I grew up with have, and it hasn't. I took myself off course, and I went down this route of positivity and hard work and discipline and martial arts and eating well and just living the martial arts lifestyle, and then going out and signing myself up for this type of, these situations and fighting and telling John I want to be a world champion and speaking out loud and you know what I mean, put myself in the gym every single day, twice a day. No one works harder than me. Do you know what I mean? I don't give a shit what anyone says. You know what I mean? I'm one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet, and that's why I'm winning, and that's why I'm getting on the main cards, and that's why I'm getting good contracts, and then I think that's why people are connecting and going, okay, well, hold on, this is something special. I'm just a young fella from town that's good at martial arts from hard work. And then I go out and I represent me people, and I represent the people like me. And again, I'm not going to get too big for me boots. I don't give a shit if I make millions from this. If I get turned into a big superstar, you'll catch me floating around town grabbing a coffee. You'll catch me going down to me ma's cap on a Sunday. You'll catch me, you know what I mean? I'm never going to be too big for the people. I'm a man of the people, not above but equal.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing me. Do you know what I mean? And again, I don't know why people like it, but I appreciate it so much. I really, really do. So.
Yeah, I think that's actually exactly it. The last thing you said there, kind of being one of the people. I think one of the quotes from the fans I was talking to that night was, "He's one of us." I think that was an actual direct quote. It's really interesting what you say there, that line about being born to fail but created to win. What was the path that changed? What was the moment that changed in your life where that creation began?
Just experience, you know what I mean? Life experience, mate. I've been through it all. I don't ever delve into my personal life too much on social media or talk about me on, because it's personal. I believe personal life should be personal. Yeah, I think too many people love to speak about their personal life, and then it's not personal anymore. But I've been through some magic in my life. I've been at rock bottom more than once. You know what I mean? I've lived that rock bottom. I've been broke as I've had no money. I've had to do to get by, and I come from very, very little. Do you know what I mean? And where I come from, you're either going to be a waster, a failure. You're going to do drugs. You're going to sell drugs. You're just going to do shit that you shouldn't do. And for me, I've failed enough that I thought, well, why not just stop failing and just stop feeling sorry for yourself and actually get up and work harder than anybody, because hard work has to pay off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't fail if you just keep working at it. You can't fail if you just keep showing up every day, no matter what it is, whether it's a job, whether it's a sport, whether it's whatever you want to do. If you just keep showing up and working harder than everybody, well, eventually it will pay off. And I mean, I'm going back to even 2018. I've had no money. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not too long ago. That's 2 years ago. I've been grafting at this since 2013. So if you think about it, man, I've been putting in serious graft for the years before Bellator. And now people are starting to say, oh, now he's a somebody. Now he's starting to make a few quid. Now he's like on the main card. But I've had nothing up until that point. I couldn't afford milk in 2018 for my daughter for cereal. True story. You know what I mean? And I remember nearly breaking down with thinking, how the f am I going to pull this off? And then opportunities come, and when they do, you got to jump at them, and you got to grab them, and you got to strangle them, and you got to make sure that you're going to win. And you just got to, you know, don't be in denial. Work harder than everybody. And that's what I've done. I'll be a world champion. You know what I mean? I truly believe that.
That's very interesting, the transition between 2013 and 2018 then, because I guess in a way, Kiefer, like, I mean, the standard of opponent now is the great difficulty, but the great difficulty up until 2018 is an entirely different difficulty. It's trying to motivate yourself every day to try and realize the dream of actually fighting some of the best mixed martial artists in the world. How did you keep that going? How do you motivate yourself on a daily basis in those 5 years?
One, mainly because I love it. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. I mean, I'm not doing this for anyone else's sake but mine. I've been doing martial arts since I'm 10 years of age. I've been doing it since way before it was cool, or way before it was on the telly, or way before everyone knew what it was. You know, I love martial arts, and that's the main thing. I think that's the root of success. You have to love what you do. Yeah, you have to be excited to go to the gym, or be excited to go to your job, or excited to do whatever it is. If you're not excited and you don't love it, truly love it, you're never going to reach the top, because you're always going to hold back and be like, I don't really want to do this today, or I'm not feeling it this time. I love martial arts. It's all I think about. It's all I do. I'm obsessed with it. I study every day. I practice every day. I train hard. I'm always trying to get better. I'm watching fights from every organization, watching every martial arts. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. So, and that's mainly what motivates me, is that it's a never-ending learning cycle. I'm just always learning every day, every single day. And I'm excited to fight. I love fighting. I love having this fight coming up. I love that there's an opponent out there looking at me, coming for a way to beat me. You know what I mean? I love the way I'm on his mind, he's on my mind, and we're now going to go into battle, and that's part of it as well. I love it. I live for that. And going to bed at night and you're thinking of ways that the fight's going to go, and that's my life. I love that. You know what I mean? And I pride myself on being like a warrior. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I live that life. It's not just a part-time hobby to me. That's number one. Number two, I mean, there is goals I want to achieve also. You know, I'm not just doing it for a quick payday and a few handy fights. I'm working my way up the ladder the safe way, the smart way, step by step, fight by fight. And then after this one, I want to step up again. I want all these so-called UFC veterans that everyone's speaking about. I want Miles Jury. That's who I want. Him. He's coming off a few wins. That's a good name. He's coming off a few wins. And that's who I want to be thrown in the mix with, these people. I want my name to be remembered forever as one of the greats and one of the best martial artists. And after him, again, just all these so-called UFC veterans that came off the Bellator, I'll take them all out one by one and show how good I am. But again, there's a task at hand next week with Charlie there. He's a tough veteran. He's a tough boxer. He's not an easy fight by any means. So I'm taking him very serious, and I plan on going out there and dismantling him and moving on and moving up. So that's my plan.
It really sounds like you study the details of the game a lot more than most of your contemporaries at the moment. Is coaching something that you've looked at? Is it something that you're interested in pursuing? I guess it's hard to not have a singular focus when you're a fighter and think about what happens next, but is it something you've considered?
I actually grew up coaching, believe it or not. So I've been coaching since I was 13. I got kicked out of school when I was 15, and from when I got kicked out of school, I went straight into full-time teaching martial arts in the local martial arts club. So when I was kicked out of school, all my friends were in school, I was in the gym teaching kids classes and teaching adults classes and teach like one-on-one. So I've been teaching since I'm a kid. And I am a natural teacher as well. I always try to help my teammates out. They'll always ask me questions. I like teaching as well. It's part of who I am. And I again believe that if you can teach something, you can improve on it as well. And it's, the best jiu-jitsu, practitioners are the ones that can teach you how to do something. If you train with someone like Dylan Dennis, or you train with someone like John Kavanagh, even say John Kavanagh, he can teach you something, but he can also perform on the mats. Do you know what I'm saying? Connor's is the very same. If I ask him something about a technique, he can teach it so well because he just understands it so well. And then you go see him do it, and it's like, that's why he's so good at it, because he understands it inside out, back to front. He could teach a beginner how to do this, and they'd get it in a blink. So I think not everyone has that in them. Some people are fighters, some people are teachers, and some people are both. And yeah, I love teaching as well, but right now, if you want to be the best at something, you have to dive in, eggs in one basket, and it's all or nothing. So for me right now, nothing on my mind other than fighting and winning. And then maybe we'll see what happens after that. Maybe I'll turn into one of those fat martial arts Krav Maga teachers or something after my career. Start seminars everywhere. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Well, one other thing I wanted to ask you about, Kiefer. I know you said that you try and keep your personal life separate from the things that you talk about as a fighter. But that week in February before that Bellator event, your son arrived that week, and I guess it was impossible that week to separate the two things.
It's the best week of my life. Yeah, on Tuesday my son was born. I swear to God, best day of my life. Yeah. My son and my daughter are everything to me. My family is everything to me. And then 2 big wins in 1 week. Another win tonight, my hand raised. More money in the bank. I get to go home to my son tonight, spend some time with him, and then really, I feel like I haven't even seen him and met him yet.
Crosbie is the man. He understands what we've all been through. He understands what we've all been through. So he's going to say, all right, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to scrap for all the boys. And he scraps for all of us. And that's it at the end of the day.
Mate, literally, a year ago, I was on €144 a week on the social welfare. Literally, a year ago. And then I saw him at Bellator and my life changed. Here I am now making serious bread, feeding my family, looking after everybody the way I wanted to do this my whole life.
Goes in there, gives it all he can, man. Even if he's losing, makes a comeback, gets that right cross in, gets to go to the ground, all the rest of it. He's a fighter that every fighter wants to be. That's why I love Crosbie.
I'm the big name. They fight me, they're fighting a big name. Everyone keeps saying, oh, do you want a big name? They fight me, they're fighting the big name. Listen to this crowd, mate. Listen to what I can do. Nobody does this shit. Nobody. I've been all over the place with this sport. Nobody blows the roof off the place like this. I'm the big name here. That bloke should thank me to fight me. Do you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. They're here to see me.
How crazy were those few days?
That was the maddest week of my life. You know, even in the moment of it, I just kind of got through it. I just had to stay soldier focused, you know, emotionless, task at hand, fighting. You know, I had to get the fight out of the way. Looking back now, even people talking to me now about it, they're like, you're mad. How did you do that? And I don't know how I got through it, to be honest. You know, even before that fight, I was very sick as well. I got a bad chest infection and a bad flu the week before he was born as well. So I was actually battling that. I was on antibiotics going into that fight. I was very sick. So before he was even born, I had way worse. I was like dying. And this is before all the COVID. If the COVID happened back then, I would have diagnosed myself with it.
Yeah.
But I was just very sick. And I was ran down. And obviously with him coming and then cutting weight and then all selling tickets, the media obligations, it was just such a crazy whirlwind of a week that and then he was born on the Tuesday. I didn't get out till the Wednesday. I had media that day and then cutting weight, had to make weight on the Friday. It was again, that was me on a bad day. That was me on a tough week. That was me on a hard day. And I still went in focused, co-main event, got the job done, 3 rounds handy. The next one, there's nothing in my way now, no distraction, no babies on the way, hopefully. And I'm just gonna go in there and enjoy the week, enjoy myself, and light this man up. That's my plan. So happy days.
Because you've spoken about securing your family's future, that is the thing that motivates you, and all of a sudden you've got these two worlds colliding in such clear focus that week.
Yeah, it was mad, man. Let's not do that again.
The other thing that you said there a couple of minutes ago that was really interesting is how you kind of need to focus on mixed martial arts, and you need to have just this ability to pour everything into this. And it almost seems in a way that the routine and having SBG and the gym over the last few years of your life has just been such a huge positive for you. What this year has done for a lot of people is taken away that routine, has taken away even the facility of a gym, has taken away a lot of sport for people. Was that a challenge that you had? Was it difficult during lockdown for you?
Yeah, well, it was at the start. Yeah, it was kind of shit. And then, you know, again, I'm not dead. I'm not sick. Me family's not sick. There's way worse problems going on than my frustrations about the gym being closed. And I had to just, again, put it into perspective. And people love to, like, dwell on what's not going their way. Oh, the gym's closed. You know, everything is the worst in the world for them. And there's people out there that actually have real struggles. There's homeless people in this country living in tents. I walk by my own house and there's people living on the streets with no money, dying sick on the ground. And I haven't got the right to say, I'm frustrated because the gyms aren't open. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I have money in the bank, I have a roof over my head. I mean, yeah, okay, it is what it is. Stay safe, you know what I mean? Stay healthy, keep focused. I got a bike for my birthday, a professional racer bike, start cycling, start running more, start, you know what I mean, going to the park and doing longer shadow boxing rounds, doing yoga. I was doing shit I could do. And then when all this kind of blew over a little bit, back to the gym, I was back to the drawing board. But I missed out on a fight in May. That's the only thing that I was kind of like, broke the momentum. I was supposed to fight in May in Sweden, and obviously that got pulled with the whole quarantine thing. So it is what it is in the past now. Hopefully we're over the worst of it. It seems to be going backwards again, but in my mind, it's going forward. I'm not buying into the bullshit, you know what I mean? I'm going forward, and again, once we all just follow the rules, you know, I like the whole social distancing thing. I'm not a big people person anyway. Stay the away from me. I'm happy enough if people just stay away from me anyway. Just leave me alone and let me do my thing. But I don't know. Like, I mean, it was a bit shit at the start, but we're all good now, I think.
Yeah.
We're all good now, hopefully.
I'd say it probably didn't take too long to get back up to speed either. Like, did you have a good training from home regime?
Yeah, I just came up with a bit of a structure. As I said, cycling more so. You know what I mean? Start doing long stints on the bike, like 60 Ks and all, and they were good and enjoyable. Start swimming in the sea, start doing that a lot more. You know, reading up on benefits of that, and just start changing it up. And but again, once the gym was back open, it was like the appreciation was crazy, and not even for me, for everyone. I could see it on the mat. The energy was great. You know what I mean? Everyone was buzzing to be back training in the gym, and it was great. The doors opened again. We could see John back in the gym and all the boys back grappling and stuff. It was good energy. Do you know what I mean? So, but as I said, that's in the past now. Next week, I get to go and put hands on a man. So that's my mindset right now.
Well, let's get your prediction for this then, Charlie Leary. It's going to be live on Virgin Media, so there's going to be a good television audience for this. What are we going to see?
Yeah. You're going to see me 2.0. You know, it's all about me. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's tuning in to see me taking it to the next level. Me displaying beautiful martial arts and great technique. And that's, I mean, predictions is one thing, but every time I predict the fight, it normally goes a different way. So it's very hard to predict the mixed martial arts fight because it's so crazy. But there's no doubt in my mind I'll get my hand raised. How? I don't know, but I have options. That's the big thing here. I have options and he's limited. You know, I know he's going to try just knock me out with his hands and that's it. Maybe grab a hold of me and pin me to the fence to tire me out or something like they all do. But I've so many options. I could sit down on my arse and roll for, you know, a leg lock and pull it off. If I really wanted to, I could, you know what I mean? I could Imanari roll him, roll to a leg lock, come up on top, crush the hips, take the back. I can do it all. So, or I could just dance around, pick them apart, or bite down and go forward. So who knows what's going to happen, but expect fireworks from this fight. It's going to be a serious fight, and every fight I'm in is a serious fight. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every fight I'm in is exciting. So I can't wait to just go in and do it again. Dance under them lights.
And then what I'm hearing today is that Miles Jury after that better watch out.
100%. They all better watch out, mate. There's a new big dog in town.
Well, it's going to be a great night. It's Saturday, October the 3rd. There's actually just one more question that's actually just come into my mind, Kiefer, because you've kind of touched on it there. We were talking to Kelly Harrington. We've been talking to Michael Darragh McCauley over the last couple of weeks and how they're doing a lot of work around the Dublin 1 area. And you mentioned there during the piece how you've come from rock bottom to make a really good mixed martial arts career for yourself. If you could go back and talk to yourself at rock bottom, what would you say about where you are and how you managed to achieve that and how that path managed to turn for you?
I'm actually from Dublin 7, but Dublin 1's also the inner city. But yeah, I'm from Dublin 7, down near Smithfield. But I would grab myself with a scruff of the neck and I would give myself a slap. And I would say, snap out of it. Your life's not that bad. I would tell myself to break away from the people that are bad for you in your life. And don't be afraid to do your own thing. You know what I mean? So I'm a big believer in that your circle can define you, and who you're surrounded by, who you're listening to, who you're sharing ideas with, who you're texting, who you're watching. It rubs off on your mentality and it rubs off on your lifestyle. So if you're hanging around with a bunch of scumbags, you're probably going to be a scumbag. If you're hanging around with a bunch of goal-driven, successful, hard-working people that are, you know, trying to better their lives, well, then you're going to do that too. So that's what I do. I just broke away from everyone in my life, isolated myself. You know, look who I'm surrounded by. I'm surrounded by champions every day. All my best mates, all my closest friends are killers. They're champions. They're beasts. They're hard-working martial artists. And it's no coincidence why we're all climbing the ladder together and winning and doing well. So I'm a big believer in that. You know, watch your circle. Have a good look around at who you're surrounded by, who you're texting, what they're saying to you. Are they good for your life or not? And that's a big thing in life, you know what I mean? Your circle defines you, and make sure it's a positive, good energy circle. That's a big, big thing. And just watch your back the whole time. Do you know what I mean?
My apologies. I did know it was Dublin 7. That's my bad. I got those mixed up.
It's all good. City Centre, so it's all good.
Listen, Kiefer, we wish you all the very best on October 3rd. It's going to be a great fight, and hopefully chat to you again afterwards. Best of luck, man.
Yes, man. Let's do it.